a lot of women, though, have the issue that they are very disciplined and they have to soften with themselves. And then, of course, we have that fear. If I soften, how can I not lose focus?
To say, okay, meaning making is super fine, and also speaking about it, yeah, expression layer.
Yes, absolutely.
And if it's just a voice memo, yeah, just express it and don't keep it in the body. Don't store it. Don't store it. Yeah.
Yeah, don't store it. Exactly. And the thing is, expression is the opposite of depression. So if it feels heavy on you, the expression really helps your body to shed it again. And what I love doing, if it's a voice memo, I transcribe it and put it into my AI and ask it one specific thing. Where do I express gratitude?
Beautiful.
Because I'm so exhausted that I don't even realize that there was good things in this. And this is a fantastic use of AI. And I always ask it two things. Gratitude is one thing, and the other thing is, what were my epiphanies? Like these moments where I'm like, oh, this is new. And it beautifully does that. And really short, not something long to read through, but like meaning making to the point. Give me 3 bullet points of where I've been expressing gratitude, and give me 3 bullet points of where I had epiphanies. And I speak to the thing for 15, 20 minutes. So there will be some gratitude in there. I just can't reach it. It comes out of me but the feeling is not strong enough to stabilize. And if I put the focus on that, it pulls me straight out.
Perfect. And what also came to my mind, very embodied version, is just to hear a good song and dance.
Yeah, that is a threshold ritual. I do that too. I'm just so, what's the word? Because of my music history, I have so many songs and I know so many songs and thongs. No, that's not it. Songs that I sometimes feel every single song I know is associated with something. So I'm sometimes desperately looking for new music that I can affiliate with something that is not my past, but that's my personal story.
Maybe we can have a conversation on that.
Sure. Oh, sometimes I just need to change genre, It's like, okay, 80s, 90s hip hop. I'm really into that at the moment because I've not listened to it when I was young, other than my brother. And so I know a couple of songs and the style I likes, but I don't know the whole genre and a lot of stuff I don't know. So anyways, totally off topic. Do you have any more questions?
Yes, I do indeed. I guess it's a mixture of what we already had, but combining it in a new way because, as a question, how do I navigate major life and business shifts, yeah, without, call it, over managing complexity, yeah, and not just, as a really embodied woman, yeah, not being too disciplined, not being too strict to myself, and so kind of allow to a, let's call it, coherent direction, yeah, to really to emerge.
It's funny because I think most people would like more discipline and more, yeah, I think discipline is the right word because especially as women, the feminine in us is the flowy part. And a lot of women, though, have the issue that they are very disciplined and they have to soften with themselves. And then, of course, we have that fear. If I soften, how can I not lose focus? And that is basically the coherent direction that you speak about. And I think I don't really want to call it a balance. It's more of an integration. So if you know you're really good at focusing and you're, well, let's give the baby a name, your identity is based on being super focused and you're totally wearing the pants. That means softening is something that feels counterintuitive and also maybe a little bit diluting your impact. And I think the most important thing to understand is softening is in the sense of a healthy feminine receiving. So if you start to receive and you do not chase via discipline, but you kind of almost like you lean back. I have this chair here that I can lean back in for exactly that reason. Because if I feel like I tense up and I chase and I focus too much, I'm just like, lean back. I have a beautiful mentor who told me that in a romantic situation. She said, if I were you, I would lean back even more. And I'm always doing this like, there. I'm not going to chase anything here. And it doesn't matter if it's romantic or a client, a project, money, more impact, more visibility, the things that we thrive for in business and in private life. Health also being a really good example. Being fit and being capable physically. The leaning back physically is helping me to receive. And it's not just me. That's just a very strong somatic sign telling your body lean back and make sure that if it feels uncomfortable to lean back, there's your growth edge to receive. And the softening is not I'm not doing anything. The softening is an expectation to receive from a wide open heart that trusts that I can lean back and it holds me. It's really good because it only goes back so far. And that teaches me that I can lean back however much I like. I'm still being held, So that's a really good somatic exercise. Just lean back and receive. And you do that every time you totally tense up. And with time, your body understands that you don't have to hustle so much. And it has nothing to do with losing focus because you still know exactly what you want. But you don't do it via penetration, which is the masculine going for it. You do it via surrender, which is the feminine receiving it. And I think that's my best thing that I can come up with to answer your question. Is it, does it land?
It lands what I'm already practicing, and what did get better over time was always the heart opening postures like in yoga or bending, backwards.
Things like that. Yeah, absolutely.
And I will add this leaning back now actively to see how it feels, and what changes, and being very actively receiving. You know what I mean? Just practicing.
Yeah, it is not passive. Softening is nothing passive. Receiving is not passive. It's you do something, you lean back so things can come. The moment you lean back, you have more of a vision. And the moment you lean back, people actually have to step up to meet you. So that's going to make a difference in, like, people will understand, I have to actually rise to meet her. And then, of course, a lot of people will not want to. And then, that's not necessarily comfortable, as we know, but it's helping you shift your identity into being with people who actually want to rise into a more coherent being. Otherwise, you're always the one giving and giving and chasing and chasing. It's a very masculine thing to do. And as a woman who fully embodies her purpose, if you don't learn to lean back and receive, you still do it from the masculine. And I think
not integrated. It's not integrated.
Yes, it's not integrated.
And masculine parts are not integrated.
Yeah, and the thing is, sorry, my eyes itchy. I think that how do I say this? It's again not binary. So we're still in a man's world energetically. Business is a masculine thing. Purpose is a masculine thing. The feminine purpose is love. And to translate love into this world that we are living in this reality, is the feminine task. So it's not about stepping out and say, I'm going to be at home loving my husband, and that's it. That might be a calling, but it's not your calling, obviously. No. So translating the leaning back, the receiving, and the nourishing of your own masculine is the task. Your own masculine is wearing the pants, doing the thing, being very directional, being very focused, and you nourish him, your inner masculine, simply by leaning back and receiving the harvest.